What's up everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make an NPC that follows the closest player in Roblox Studio. Let's get started. Alright, before you write any code, let's set up the NPC we're actually going to be scripting. I'm going to be using this rig builder at the top to make my NPC model, but if you have one already, go ahead and drag it into the workspace. Make sure the model has a humanoid and a humanoid root part, and nothing is anchored. Once you've done all that, go ahead and add a script to the model. The full script will be in the description, but if you want to learn what each part does, watch the full video. First, I'm grabbing the player's service so we can loop through everyone in the game. And we're going to be grabbing the pathfinding service so the NPC doesn't phase through the wall while chasing the players. Next, I'm setting up references to the NPC itself. The humanoid lets us move the NPC. The humanoid root part is what we're going to be using to measure distance and generate the path to the player. Now I'm adding a couple variables to control the behavior of the NPC. The following distance determines how close the NPC gets to the player until it stops moving. And update time controls how smooth the NPC moves. Before we continue scripting, make sure your model has a run or walk animation. If the animation is a child of something other than the model itself, make it the child of the model. Once you've done that, we can go back to scripting. Now I'm setting up the run animation. Change run anim to whatever your animation is named. Now I'm creating an animator so the animation will play correctly. I'm making the animator a child of the humanoid in the NPC. Now I'm loading the animation. I'm creating a track using load animation. Then I'm setting the priority to movement so it doesn't get overridden. I'm also going to be looping it so it doesn't restart every time the NPC moves. Now we're going to be writing the main function. This is going to loop through every player and figure out who's closest to the NPC. We're going to set closest player to nil because we don't know who it is yet. And we're setting closest distance to math.huge, which is just a really big number. This line loops through every player currently in the server. This line will give us the actual distance between the NPC and the player in studs. Now we're going to be returning both the player and the distance to save extra calculations later. This loop constantly updates who the closest player is, so the NPC can switch targets instantly. We're going to be using the getClosestPlayers function to set the value of the player and distance variables. target variable is going to be the closest player that the NPC is going to be following. We're going to be setting it to that player's humanoid root part's position. Now we're going to check if the distance between the NPC and the player is greater than the follow distance. This check prevents the animation from restarting every frame. Now for the agent radius and the agent height, you have to adjust these to match your NPC's size. So the radius is going to be the width of the NPC, and the height is obviously the height of the NPC, and they're measured in studs. So my NPC is 2 studs wide and 5 studs high. Now we're making the path from the NPC's current position to the player's position. Now we're going to be creating waypoints for the NPC to follow in the path. This if statement allows the NPC to smoothly move to the second waypoint instead of stopping. And if for some reason it doesn't go to the waypoint, then it'll go to the target or the closest player. This else statement looks to see if the NPC is close enough to the player, and if it is, it stops the animation and stops the NPC from moving closer to the player. And finally, we'll finish it with a wait statement. Also, I forgot to add a comma right here next to the 5 on line 53, so make sure to add that. And now we are finally done with scripting. Now you can test the game. I'm going to be testing with 2 players to make sure it actually works. You can see player 2 walking in that room and the NPC following it, and then stopping like 10 studs behind him. And it'll just keep on following him all around the box. But if I jump over this wall, it'll come over to player 1. And there you have it. That is how you make an NPC that follows the closest player, avoids walls, and also plays a walking animation. If this video helped you out, leave a like and subscribe. And comment on what you want me to make a tutorial on next. And if you have any questions with this tutorial. Thanks for watching. See ya!